The new prickly pear is super overpowered in Grow a Garden that can go up to 1 trillion and more because of this glitch or new method that I will show you guys. I'll go over it step by step on how you can make your prickly pear turn into billions, trillions, or even quadrillions if you can. But before that, I am doing a Mimic Octopus giveaway every single day, so subscribe right now and let's get this video to 120 likes. Don't forget to comment down your username too, and let's get back into the video. Now, the prickly pear, guys, is super overpowered because it can have a base price of 5 million. Yes, guys, 5 million, which is literally the same price as the parasol flower. Now, if you don't know what the prickly pear, it has a base price of 7,000 and a minimum of 6,000. But that's only the small one because the prickly pear can go up to an insane massive amount, and I mean up to 100 kg minimum and 600 kg. And let me tell you why, guys. If you look at the wiki, there is a small chance that the prickly pear can turn huge. This chance is a 0.27% chance. Now, if you didn't know what huge chances are basically the small chance that it can make any fruit or pet massive. So those 200 kg candy blossoms are huge chances, but this prickly pear can make a 400 kg huge fruit, and it can do it very easily with just a couple methods. Now, of course, guys, I will show you how to make a regular prickly pear into 100 kg, which is not even the biggest one it can do. To do this method, guys, you will firstly need a blood hedgehog. Now, if you don't know, guys, what blood hedgehogs do, blood hedgehogs increase the size of prickly plants up to 1.5 to 2 times the regular size. Now, this is insane, guys, because the base value of fruits just became 14,000. But it doesn't stop there, as you can stack pets in Grow a Garden. If you stack the buff of the blood hedgehog, it can go up to a whopping 16 times the regular size. But of course, you have to get lucky because they did nerf the blood hedgehog to only buff in a certain range, which is around 20 studs. This is because of the old nectar thorn method, which, if you didn't know, in the last update, it was super overpowered and could be worth trillions as well. But when the devs realized it, they nerfed it to the point it was worth nothing. So I'm telling you guys to use this new prickly pear method because there is no doubt that they will nerf this before the next update. So right now, go to the seed shop and follow all the next steps that I'm going to tell you. But back to the blood hedgehogs, if you don't know how big 20 studs is, it is around 1 rectangle in your plot. So this buff will only be probably the 8 times instead of the 16 times I said a while ago. But guys, if this buff works, you are literally looking at 56,000 base price without any mutations and without the other things that you will need to make it 400 times its regular size. This is only the first part because there is another step to make your prickly pear worth trillions. So just watch until the end because the amount will just keep getting crazier and crazier. Now we got the blood hedgehog out of the way, your prickly pear will be around 60 to 70 kgs with just the hedgehog. By the way, guys, if you do not have any blood hedgehogs, the regular hedgehog will just work just fine, but you won't really get big prickly pears. But trust me, guys, just trade for the blood hedgehog in Grow a Garden in the Grow a Garden Discord server because you can literally make massive prickly pears even with just one of them. Anyways, to make your next prickly pear even bigger, you will need another pet which every rich person in Grow a Garden knows and uses. I am talking about the moon cat. Now let me tell you why the moon cat is really good to pair up with the hedgehog for your prickly pears. The prickly pears will have around 4 blood hedgehogs around it. To make sure, guys, you will make big prickly pears, add a moon cat or 2 in your garden and wait for it to sleep right next to your prickly pears, because if you don't know what the moon cat does, it gives a size bonus to your plant and you can make bigger fruits in your garden. I'm telling you guys to get the prickly pear because it is super overpowered if you do this method instead of a full team of hedgehogs. Because if you do this, you will have a guaranteed size bonus, and the other 5 to 6 hedgehogs inside your garden will also give the size bonus if it is close to the the prickly pear. Now guys, now that you have done all of that, it is just not done because that your prickly pear would be around 70 to 80 kilograms. But guys, that's worth almost nothing because you aren't done and we are trying to get a trillion. To make your prickly pears worth trillions in Grow a Garden, you will have to do the sprinkler method. If you guys don't know how to do the sprinkler method, all you guys have to do is place this master sprinkler first, then the godly sprinkler, then the advanced sprinkler, and lastly the basic sprinkler. You have to do this in this order guys, because if you don't, it will make your plants even smaller. I don't even know why this happens, so if you want your prickly pears to be huge, place the master sprinkler first, then the godly, then the advanced, then the basic sprinkler, so that you have a size boost and it stacks. Now if you followed all these steps that I just told you guys, you will now have 100 to 150 kg prickly pears, which is around 5 million shekels to 10 million shekels depending on their weight. Of course, if you got lucky and the rare chance of that 0.27% chance that I told you earlier, you will have a 400 kg prickly pear, and that's gonna be worth a lot with this next method that I'm gonna tell you guys. You can turn this 5 million prickly pear into a trillion right now with this next method, and it is just AFKing in the game. Yes guys, it's just simple as that, as all you will have to do is to AFK in the game for a while, maybe for like a 1 to 2 days, to get all of the mutations that I'm going to tell you right now. You have to get the rainbow mutation from your butterfly or the gold mutation from your dragonfly. If you do not have these two pets, I'm telling you to trade for it right now or try hatching them, because right now the butterfly is still in the crafting table that you can craft for the anti-bee eggs, which is really good to have. Or if you can get the dragonfly, it's really cheap to trade. It's around 5 trillion to 20 trillion if you have that kind of money. But of course, if you don't, then you can start selling starfishes that I said in my last video if you would want to know how to make a quick trillion using just the starfish. Anyways, now that you have the butterfly or the dragonfly, you will have to get the sun-dried mutation from the tanning mirror, and then you would have to get the shock mutation using the lightning rod, and then you would have to get the frozen mutation from the rain and snow weather event combined, and then you will have to get the celestial in the meteor shower weather event. And if you don't have star colors, that's just fine, you will just take a bit longer to do it. And then you will need the disco from the disco bee or the admin weather event, and then you will have to get the zombified mutation from the zombie jockey, and then you will need the cooked or burnt mutation from the cooked owl. You will have to get windstruck from a really easy to get weather event, and then you will need the twisted mutation that happens rarely every time there is a tornado event in the game. Now of course, all of those mutations are just what I recommend on getting and are not really required. These mutations could literally bring up your mutation multiplier to around 10,000 or more, which is really insane. It means that your prickly pear would be from 5 million to 10 million into a whopping 50 billion prickly pear to 100 billion prickly pear. That's only with a 10,000 mutation multiplier, guys. If you got all of the mutations I just said, I'm telling you, you will probably get even more. But before you think of even selling that, do not do it just yet, because you will need 2 more mutations, just 2 more. It can be any admin mutation, but it is hopefully a 100 times multiplier admin mutation. If you do not know what the 100 times multiplier admin mutations are, there is Void Touch from the Black Hole Weather event, there's Disco that I mentioned earlier, the Galactic from the Spaceship event, and the Alien-like from the Alien Weather event. The admins of the game usually make these appear 1 to 2 hours before the update, and they usually run the event around 5 times during the update. So if you want a trillion shekel prickly pear, you will need these multipliers and admin mutations. Now if you look at your prickly pear after doing all of that, you will probably have around 20,000 in mutation multipliers, and that could literally bring your prickly pear to around 250 billion to up to 500 billion. Now of course, if you have a humongous prickly pear, like I said a while ago with the rare chances, it could be literally worth a trillion. But I am not done yet, because you just don't want to make a trillion, you want to make a hundreds of trillions. And what I'm telling you guys, since you want to make a hundreds of trillions like you can do it with the candy blossom, you will need the raccoon pet. And now if you don't know what the raccoon pet does yet, it duplicates any fruit from another person's garden. So make an alt right now and try to trade for the raccoon, because they are very expensive, but trust me, you will be able to earn that back in a couple minutes. If you use a raccoon, you could literally dupe your 500 to 1 trillion prickly pears instantly, and you would not have to farm again in Grow a Garden. And you guys should definitely use the prickly pear right now, and I'm telling you, these will get nerfed in the next update or even the next update, because this is just because the devs just hate any plant that is better than the candy blossom. So before that even happens, start now. Anyways guys, that is all and everything for the video. If you would like to watch another video of mine, just click the video on your screen right now, and until tomorrow's upload, goodbye.